Welcome to the Soccer Huddle, and this is your boy Mujere, and it's do or die for Bafana Bafana. If you want to go to the US, to Canada, and to Mexico for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Look, at one stage we had it in our hands. At one stage we're like, guys, we cannot throw this away, and we cannot throw this away. We did. We actually did. We actually threw this away. But you know what? And I know there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of remorse. There's in the social media where now it's clubs, it's fans of a certain team against the fan of certain teams. And look, guys, I get that. I get that. We're all angry. We're all disappointed. We all feel ashamed, not ashamed. That's not the right way. We all feel disrespected, and everyone has a point. I think if you listen to Hugo Bruce, Kaizer Chiefs supporters, Balalo or Hugo Bruce, every time he gets a chance in the media, he always bashes Kaizer Chiefs. Even if we know we haven't been the best team, we know our players are not good enough, but that doesn't mean that every time when you must bash Kaizer Chiefs. When you get a chance asked about Kaizer Chiefs, sometimes just keep quiet. Sometimes just say, no, guys, I'm not here to speak about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm here to speak about the national team. And no, but he kept on drilling Kaizer Chiefs. And now we found ourselves in this situation where Kaizer Chiefs fans are now retaliating and say, yes, at least they're not going to blame our players for Bafana Bafana's potential failure to make it to the 2026 World Cup. So, what's for farts? But let's all calm down, guys, and focus on the real point. Bafana Bafana is our national treasure. Whether we like it or not, I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan, and I know, there's players I wish they could be in the Bafana setup, but I cannot cry because they were not selected. As a football fan, also there's players that I felt that Hugo Bruce made a mistake not selecting them, or they deserve to be called up. They're not called up. There's players in the squad that should have not been called up. They're still called up. There's all those issues surrounding the team, and because you know what, and I've always said this, when the team is winning, all these other things don't matter. All these other, hey, mom said out of form, hey, mom is not performing, it doesn't matter. But when the team starts losing, hey, that's when the cracks, you see them now. That's when you see the cracks now. We start pointing fingers at each other. We start pointing fingers at coaches, at players, at supporters, and all that. But we're forgetting one thing. And I think it's not been spoken about. And I think the person is very much happy at where he is at the moment because the spotlight is not on him anymore. SAFA are excited. They're jumping on the tables as we speak because the spotlight again has shifted from them and into other things, unnecessary things. And the big picture here, or the big problem that we all should be raising really on, is the incompetence of SAFA and whoever is in charge of our 3 points gone. The yellow card at the is not being spoken about enough. We are busy fighting about Bogazi. We're busy fighting Hugo Bruce and Kaizer Chiefs. We're fighting about things that at this moment, for me personally, they do not matter. What matters most is accountability of the person who was responsible for Huddle to get into the field suspended. That is the most important thing. And I think as South Africans, sometimes we tend to like the vocal point. And I think that's why a lot of our politicians get away with murder a lot of times, because we shift blame. Like, we always look at the wrong things, or we shift blame completely. Now we're fighting about unnecessary things, about whether he's a chief player. Guys, that is not important at the moment. That is not important at the moment. And for me, the very most important thing is to rally behind Bafana Bafana, is to hope and pray to God, or we want to go to the World Cup. We cannot lose it at the last time, at the last point. And obviously to our brothers Oh, Oga, we beg. We beg one favor. We beg one favor from you. We want you to beat Benin. We'll do our part. And that's what is important. We failed to do it against Nigeria. We failed to do it against Zimbabwe. Tomorrow, I'm recording this on a Monday evening. Tomorrow is a very important. We need to win a game. It's as simple as that. Whatever happens, get the results. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. We need to win a game. Whether we qualify, whether we don't qualify, but as long as we won a game. Because now it's time to get the calculators out. Okay, let's look at the scenarios now. Okay. Busira's they're out of the picture, but as South Africans, we need to really be behind the team. Like, the enemy is always looking to divide us. They say divide and conquer, and now we're losing focus on the important thing, the incompetence of people in power who allowed the Bomugwena, who did not pick up what the Bomugwena was suspended for the game at Lesotho, which we won convincingly. The boys did their best. But let's look at what is the calculator saying for tomorrow night. So, for Bafana Bafana to qualify for the FIFA World Cup, they need Nigeria to beat Benin and they need to win their games. Done. There's no other explanation. There's no. We need to win a game and Nigeria needs to beat Benin. Done. We're going to France. We're going to America. So now, let's say it happens we win or Benin draw. We are not the second base player. So if you look at the current moment, we are on 11 points. We are number 8 in terms of the best number 2, but there are only 4 teams. And according to KEF, because there's a team called is it Eritrea? What is Eritrea now? There's a team called Eritrea. I don't know if it's Eritrea or what. I'll check the name properly. Has withdrawn from one of the groups. So what they do is carefully, to make it a fair. So everybody in all the teams, the bottom team in all the groups are Saibal. So basically everyone who got points from the bottom team of their group, those points will be minus. We got 4 points from Nigeria, so it's minus 4 points. Whoever got 6 points is minus those 6 points, and then they count from. So at the current moment, we are not making that second best. So yeah, it's do or die for Bafana Bafana, and I think we need all the prayers. We need a nation that is really behind Bafana Bafana. We need a united nation that will go. Let's deal with the others after the game, I plead. Whoever this video reaches, I plead with you guys. Let us rally and be united tomorrow, and be behind Hugo Bruce and the boys, and the others will deal with them on our way to America. But yeah, we'll deal with them. But for tomorrow, it's a do or die. And I think if you look at the last 2 games we played, we're not the same team that we used to. I don't know if it nerves. I don't know if it's team selection. I don't know if the tactics. I don't know. Now we are choking at the last minute, but it's not the Bafana we recognize. Some may say no, it's because of Nadalaka, the player that was announced, or the players are pirate. But tomorrow, guys, we need you to be 155% on the ball. We need to get the win. We failed to get it against Zimbabwe. And for me personally, I think we need to score in the first half. Because if you don't score in the first half, you give the other team second half to go and defend. And it's very difficult to play 45 minutes. But if you score in the first half, they might also want to go and score. And then you can maybe get the scores out. So I need, the first goal is very crucial. And we need to get that goal as early as possible. We don't need to defend. If we have to play Gamakopa, Le Frosla, this RP 4-4-2 or whatever, 4-3-2 or whatever, we need goals tomorrow. And Hugo Bruce must also explain to us why I didn't cut out in the game against Zimbabwe. Why didn't he come back in the second half? I don't know. Maybe it was injured. I don't know. And he must explain to us. But the biggest thing that I've seen in Bafana Bafana, we do not have a strong bench. And again, it comes to people barbering. The selection here high is very bad. You have Obrikli Kobla, who's been banging goals in the PSL, who's been bossing that midfield, who's been bossing the PSL, but they're not in the squad. Hence, we do not have options from the bench. But again, I say, with a smile, guys, that will sort out later. Tomorrow, let's unite and go and be behind the boys and Hugo Bruce. Hopefully, when we record tomorrow, or hopefully this time tomorrow, Siaya, USA, Siaya, Mexico, Siaya, Canada, Siaya. Let's go Bafana. And I know, I have faith in the boys that we will be on the plane, joining Egypt, joining Morocco, joining Algeria, joining Ghana, joining Equatorial Guinea, joining Cape Verde on that plane to the States. Until we meet again, remember, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. We're out.